Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a great freaking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Today, we're going to be talking about being happy for no particular reason. And we're also going to be talking about programming yourself to really see the good in every situation that you encounter, right? Because happiness is not something that is ready made. Happiness comes from your own actions. Like choosing to be happy is important because happiness is the foundation for personal growth. It's the foundation for productivity. And it's the foundation to really have this resilience to keep fucking pushing forward. Like when you're happy, you have good mental health. When you're happy, your relationships are flourishing. And when you're happy, you have this overall, life satisfaction. So wouldn't you want to be happy all the time? So today, what we're going to do is that I will be encouraging you to really to cultivate a mindset of happiness independent of your external circumstances by programming yourself to really focus on the positive, on all the good things that you have in your life. I promise you, they're there. And I know more times than not, it's so easy to look at all the bad things. It's so easy to look at all the negative things. It's so easy to look at all the bad shit that's happening to you. But all you gotta do is just shift your focus and start really looking at all the good things in your life. And I promise you that they're there. So let's understand the concept of being happy for no reason. Like when I say being happy for no reason, what I really mean is that your happiness should not be tied to your achievements. Your happiness should not be tied to your possessions. Your happiness should not be tied to whatever circumstances you're going through, right? Like being happy for no reason as a mindset that you adopt as a whole lifestyle approach. You see, the science behind this, what it does is that it states that our brains, that they can be trained to default to positivity through neuroplasticity. And if you're not sure what neuroplasticity is, what it is that it's the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Right? This means that the brain is not static. It can adapt. The brain can change. The brain can grow in response to new experiences that you have, to new learning situations that you have. Even when you experience injury, your brain can adapt, can change, and will grow. But the myth is that happiness must be earned through success or through some external validation vehicle. And that's not true. It's a fucking myth. And well, yeah, like when you accomplish like big things, when you accomplish something meaningful, when you accomplish something that you put a lot of work, you tend to be happy because you're like, fuck, I got that shit done, right? But the thing is that if we tie our happiness to our achievements or to any external circumstance that's going on for that matter, it's not going to last. It's going to be temporary. True happiness, it's an inside job. This is why we're going to be talking about programming your brain to see the good in everything that you do. And it all starts with rewiring your brain, right? Because habitual thoughts, they shape our brain. They really do. And if you're always thinking about the negative thoughts, if you're always looking at the bad situation, if you're always looking at what's not going right in your life, then that's exactly what you're programming your mind to always see. Like you want to be intentional about your thoughts that you entertain, that you let fucking going around in your mind. Get control of your mind. Don't let it run free. Like this is where it's a practice that really comes. And when you talk about it to some people, they're like, ha ha ha, yeah, I've heard that before, but they're not fucking really doing it. Like daily gratitude practice. When you put this into play, it could really be very like affect you in a positive way in your life. It can really help you with that mind shift. And when you start your day, like I do this, like you want to be intentional about where your focus goes. Like, man, as you get out of your bed, like, and you're going to turn off the alarm. And for me, I have a 2-story house. We sleep upstairs. And so I put my alarm, my phone, everything goes downstairs. And so I do this so that I can make sure that I get up. And so I hear the alarm and I just get up out of bed. And as I'm walking down the stairs, like, man, I say to myself, today's going to be a great day. I fucking kill it today. Today's going to be a great day. And also, as you sit on your toilet, because we all tend to go through this. You wake up in the morning, you go turn off the alarm, and you go straight to the bathroom. You sit on the toilet with your phone in your hand, and so you just start fucking going through whatever, right? And so instead of grabbing your phone, instead of going straight for the news, or instead of going straight for social media, because so many of us do this, I'm fucking guilty to that. Like, man, halt, put your phone down for a second. Just think about 3 things that you're grateful for, right? Think about 3 wins that you had. Think about that you fucking woke up today. Like, as much as you're tired today, but like, man, I fucking woke up. I made it another day. Because the truth is that there's a lot of people that don't wake up every day. But you did. So look for the good in that. Right? If you do this every single morning, what you do is that you start to rewire your brain to focus on the positive aspects of your life by actively participating in a daily gratitude practice. What this does is that this leads you to have noticeable improvements in your mood and your overall outlook on life. This one, like, man, it really happens, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So like when I've recommended to people and they're like, oh, but it's not happening. And I was like, oh, how many times have you done it? Oh, I did it like 3 times. What? How many days have you been alive? If you think about it like that, and then you do the percentage of what you've only doing it 3 times, you think that 3 times it's gonna counteract all the fucking negativeness that you've had in your mind throughout this whole years, thousands of days. No, it's gonna take some time, but it will start happening. But you gotta start doing it. This one right here is like, it's a big one for me, and one that I use myself very often, right? Like, practice positive self-talk. I do this a lot. And most people don't believe me when I say this because they think that I'm such a positive person and that I'm always like hype and I'm always enthusiastic and I'm always like, oh, how there's no way that could be you. But I'm really not like that, right? Like, in fact, like I tend to have a lot of negative fucking thoughts running around in my mind. This is why I meditate so much, like to be really in control of my mind. I tend to gravitate towards looking at the bad in the situation, to letting my emotions get the best of me. And I've really come a long way. Some of my traumatic experiences growing up and all that, but I'm working on myself and I'm way farther than I am than I used to be, right? And if I'm not intentional with the thoughts that go through my mind, I always tend to steer towards all the negative shit, towards all the problems that are happening, and I get a lot, I'm stuck in my emotions and I'm like, yo, and I fucking want to shake myself, like, yo, fucking snap out of this shit. Come too far to only come this far. Snap out of this shit. You got this. Right? Like, I literally coach myself away from all this negative thoughts. Like, I replace my negative self-talk with affirmations and with positive statements. Right? You can do this, Randy. You're better than this. You've come too long. You've come too far. Don't let this shit get the best of you. Come on. Get a hold of yourself. Like, man, and I do this because the language that we speak to ourselves literally shapes our reality. Positive self-talk can and will help you overcome a challenging situation, but you got to be willing to actually use it, right? You have to be willing to give yourself that perspective shift. It's a must that you look at the glass half full instead of half empty. It's all about reframing your challenges as opportunities for growth. Like, as you go through your challenging scenarios in life, ask yourself empowering questions. Like, man, what is the lesson here? Or how is this going to make me stronger? How am I going to persevere? How am I going to use this as a fucking story to tell the people that I fucking overcame that shit when everyone fucking doubted me and I fucking went for it and I persevered and I succeeded? Think about those shits. Empower yourself. Like, hype yourself up. You got to be your ultimate hype man. You want to reframe your perspective on the situation. Like, you want to transition from the negative outlook that you have onto a positive outlook, because that's what's going to help you drive your life forward. It's all about looking for the silver lining, because every challenge has a hidden opportunity for you to learn and for you to grow. Like, I remember back when the construction company I was working for was going out of business. Yeah, this was, I remember it was livid. Like, it sucks. It's a fucking shitty situation to be in, right? And that in itself is a negative scenario. Like, man, a construction company going out of business, especially one that you've dedicated, man, close to, at that point, almost a decade worth of my career, and it was going out of business. And it's actually a scenario that I wish on no company, on no one's company. That sucks to have to go through that, to your business to have to go through that. Like, man, I don't wish that on anybody, right? But while it was happening, like, all my coworkers, they saw it as a bad thing. And right at the beginning, I was like, oh, fuck, I started panicking. I kind of calmed myself down, right? And they all looked at it as a bad thing. And immediately what I did is I started to look for like the good, and what good can this come out of, right? And then when I saw my coworkers all complaining, oh, this is fucking sucks, oh, I can't believe this shit's happening, and they all started to bounce as they all started to look for new employers to go work for. And rightfully so, you got to pay the bills, you got to do what you got to do, right? What I did is I saw that as an opportunity to advance my career. So when everyone was running away from the fire, what I did is I fucking rolled up my sleeves and I went straight fucking for that fire. And people were like, you're crazy, Randy. What the fuck? You're gonna stick around? And I was like, yeah. And me sticking around and working with the bonding company netted me a fucking badass promotion. Not to mention the hefty ass compensation package that came along with it. Like, that company going out of business and me staying on board to help them close out the operations exposed me to the legal side of the construction business that very few have the chance to be a part of. And now I have that as valuable experience in my professional employment history. I'm literally, right now, in this very moment, I'm currently using it right now to help me obtain a high level executive position in another firm. Right? But practicing the mindset shift, seeing the perspective, it's not going to be easy. It's because in those times it becomes stressful, and you're like, oh, and if you let your emotions get the best of you, you will become foggy minded. Foggy, your vision will be foggy. But you got to help yourself snap out of it. You got to coach yourself through it, right? And practicing acceptance is another part of the game. It really is, because you have to be willing to accept the things as they are, not as you wish them to be, right? And finding peace in the acceptance is key to your happiness, right? You see, we cultivate happiness through our habits. And so you want to do things every day that bring peace into your life. Like, I talk about this all the time on here. And meditation and physical exercise are huge parts of my life. I fucking will never stop that. Every single day, I meditate. Every single day, I do some type of physical exercise, because it helps me thrive, helps me be in the fucking mode. Like, man, when I meditate, I work on flexing and controlling my mind. And when I do physical exercise, I work on flexing and maintaining and building all the muscles in my body. They both helped align myself with the man that I want to be. So ask yourself, are you doing some of these things? Are you putting them into play? Like, practicing acts of kindness is another thing that I recommend. Because when you do something nice for someone, it really helps elevate your mood. It helps you change things. It helps you look at a different perspective. Right? It doesn't have to be something huge. Like, it really doesn't. People are like, oh, when I recommend this, like, oh, you're mad, go do something nice for someone. They're like, oh, why would I do that? I'm in a bad mood. Trust me. Go do something nice for someone, and you'll see how easily you forget about that shit that has you all flustered. And it could be something very simple, bro. It could be something as simple as smiling at the person that is in front of you, or asking them, hey, man, it's nice to meet you. What's your name? How's your day going? You never know. Maybe that person is having a really fucking shitty day, and you opening the door for them, or you having the willingness to go talk to them, could make them feel better. You really, really never know what other people are going through, right? Just because you think that you're, in a bad mood, you don't think other people might be in a bad mood too? And maybe you guys can help each other out. And so by incorporating these habits into your daily routines, it will gradually shift your baseline. And that's what we're here to do, to increase the baseline, to shift it, to really help you turn the page so that you can be a more positive, more enthusiastic, more of a better person. Because that's the leader that's going to take your family where you want to take them. Connecting with nature is another good one that I want to recommend. Like, man, take some time out of your schedule and just go take a walk. Like, man, this one's a good one. And it's only, it's like, man, you're just going to go walk? Yeah, go for a walk. And while you're walking, no phone, put your phone in your pocket, put it away, no headphones, no nothing. It's just you and your surroundings. And really appreciate everything that's around you. Like when you're walking, take a deep breath. Just like let it out. And as you're exhaling, imagine yourself just letting go of all the shit that's got you all flustered. All the stress, of all the anxiety, of all the shit that's fucking you up. Like going outside, it naturally helps you elevate your mood. And when you're fully present in the moment, it helps you appreciate life's simple pleasures. So remember, it's important for you to choose happiness. It's important for you to practice gratitude. It's important for you to reframe your challenges. And it's important for you to cultivate daily habits that promote positivity in your life. Because happiness is not a destination, it's a way of life. Choose to see the good in every situation and watch your world transform. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. Join me on this journey while we empower our people to do more and to be more. And my friend, if you still haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, please share this on your story. Do me a favor, share this on your story. Make sure you tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions that help more gearheads see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, those are the actions that help our community grow. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.